For you out there using weapons, have a training sword. Can be a stick. Can be, if you don't have a stick, you can use a training knife, whatever you need to use. But just look at some basic stroking. Key thing when you're fighting, accuracy. Right? Putting it right to the target and being accurate. So if I'm moving this around, going like this, okay, that's one thing. But that's not really fighting. So if I have a target to hit at, I'm going right for the neck, right for the neck, right for the ribs, right for the ribs, right? I can thrust, come through, thrust the other side, and I'm working accuracy to make sure that I'm actually practicing my stroke correctly. So you can go, basically, I'm just making, can make an X, right? You can go horizontal, right? Going up the X there, probably not going to go to the high line going up the X, but you can go up the X to the body, right? Or, of course, good old groin shot. When you're doing the thrusts, go a hooking thrust forehand, hooking thrust backhand, which again is basically making the X, 1 or 2. You go to the body as well. You go straight thrust. You come up to the backhand. So then you just put it together and play with it. The more you put it together and play with it yourself, you will develop your flow. Best way to develop flow is have a partner who is resisting you a little bit and feeding you different things and interrupting your patterns, so you have to flow around. But if you don't have a partner right now to play with, you can just go ahead and imagine. So for example, I go, okay, thrust here, right? Go to the heart or to the lungs up in here, right? Then I go, okay, well, what if that's blocked? That first one is blocked, so I change it into a thrust. Maybe from there, I come back to go with a backhand thrust. But that one's blocked, so I come down. Or maybe I come straight down on the diagonal. So you just play with them. Maybe I go angle one a few times, and I do it different ways. All of these are angle ones. From forehand, a hack, you slice, you thrust angle one, changing my feet, right? Then I can go to the other side. And then I start putting them together however I want. Body mechanics, turning the body, coming in if you can, hitting in with your other hand as well, right? And again, just working that accuracy. So I'm going right toward the target, fingers in the eyes, etc. And you just work it. As little tension as possible so that you are developing the flow. All right, so that's a little exercise you can play. I do it all the time, even without something to aim at. Just working in the air and develop that flow. But visualize what you're doing and it'll make it more real.